Review is Spider-Man Homecoming, and in the Homecoming we see the new film Spider-Man, and now this is not a bad film actually. I mean, I see Michael Keaton playing as Vulture and Spider-Man. Some scene they reenact from older Spider-Man movies. Like you basically see the fire scene, like remember in the Green Goblin meets when he's just not Green Goblin, you know, he's just Norman Osborn. Just like the same thing in this movie, they did the same thing. And the next part is if you see in the Spider-Man film, um, it's pretty weird that Mary Jane has a black hair and she has a weird hair, and she speaks weird in this movie because Mary Jane is supposed to be, some kind of red haired, girl, but in this movie she's a black haired girl. But anyways, she's just like a friend, she's not like much love right now as much Tom Holland is with the one earlier. So now we see the next part is he's trying to cope up with school. He's trying high school, and he's trying to cope up with Spider-Man life, and at once he gets caught by his friend. So yeah, like he also does some this movie also reenacts some old Spider-Man scene where like Peter Parker's doing that top of the building stuff, like the old Spider-Man pose, like Tobey Maguire type. Yeah, they were reenacting those, but except now like a different Peter Parker, different voice, and different stuff right now. That's the thing, and like some scene actually felt like it was basically a reenactment of the older Spider-Man movie, like probably like the basically what do you say, yeah, probably like the Peter Parker Peter Parker, oh yeah, Peter Parker and the Vulture was sitting on the car, and reminded me of that scene of Ben and Ben and Peter Parker from the older Spider-Man film. Except now Vulture is a bad guy, and he's trying to teach him that to be something else, that to support him, and if he doesn't, he's going to be getting everything after. So he's basically a rough and tough. But like in the Tobey Maguire scene, we see Ben is just a different character. Now, as you know, that's the good thing about this movie is they don't go with radioactive biting spider or like Uncle Ben getting shot. It's just same thing over and over again. So that's the thing that they didn't go that over and over again. And Iron Man had his scene, but not as much as in the movie. I thought he's going to be more in the movie, but this movie had more Spider-Man than Iron Man, so you know that. So yeah, of course it's going to be a Spider-Man movie. And as you know, like he wears the suit, the actual Spider-Man suit, the one which Tony Stark gives him. Almost like the end, he doesn't wears it anymore. He's just wearing that old suit of his, which looks kind of like the Ben Riley Spider-Man.